Yo, what's up, guys? Long time no see. Um, I've had a busy past couple of weeks playing video games and smoking it up. I took a little excursion into NixOS land, and today I'm gonna be talking about gatekeeping and PewDiePie videos and new users and noob distros and all the cool things. This is gonna be an opinion video. This isn't necessarily like a what you call it, like a tutorial or anything. I'm just gonna be kind of like talking about a little bit of this like nerd drama, I guess you could say. So the past couple months or whatever since PewDiePie released his I switched to Linux video, I've seen like just like a massive influx of salty fat people crying about PewDiePie ruining their hobby, um, because they're gonna bring new users in and they're gonna junk everything up and everything is just gonna be turning into Windows and whatever. I think they're wrong. I think this idea of new users being incompetent and not being able to switch to Linux is extremely unhealthy and like antithetical to like the idea of free software and what we got going on. Um, it's just really, really bad, dude. I've seen at least like 20 or 30 different comments with the same sentiment. I do have an example right here. Um, this guy, I made a little troll post on the Linux cast. I wrote, PewDiePie, the biggest Linux YouTuber, did a good thing for us. I'm very grateful for him making videos about my hobby, right? Obvious troll comment. But this guy goes off right here. He goes, Mint is horrible for beginners because it doesn't teach you anything about Linux or your computer. No real user wants the year of Linux desktop. It's a meme for a reason. We don't want Linux to change. We don't want it to cater to people who refuse to learn something new. Yes, I am an elitist. Yes, I am better than most people when it comes to computers. Whenever somebody types this, they're most likely not. We want Windows users to assimilate. Arch should be the gold standard for new users. Just the install process alone can teach you so much about your computer. Listen, dude. This is not reality. This is not reality. The reality of Linux is that there's going to be stuff like Mint, right? Where it is going to hold your hand. It's going to do this stuff for you. You know why? Because not everybody wants to be in the terminal and do X, Y, and Z. They just want their fucking computer to work, right? Right? They want an old laptop that they spent a bunch of money on. They want it to have longevity. And with this planned obsolescence and the existential bloat of JavaScript on the internet and all this sort of stuff that kind of holds back low spec machines, they want to be able to fix those issues. And a person talking about Mint is horrible. Nah, dude. You don't understand what these are for. Mint is for your granny. You know what I mean? Your grandpa. You know, your uncle. And he's not a computer guy. You know, he's probably like an HVAC dude, right? And he's already had to learn all of these different things. To use a computer, yes, you should know what's going on. But like, I don't know, do we need to have that well, what would it be? Like a purity check or a skill check on just turning on your machine? I do agree that a new user should use an Arch-based distro. You should use CachyOS or EndeavourOS over Mint. Mainly because with Mint, it's gonna be like a big fish, a small pond scenario. When you first start out, it's gonna be great. You're gonna be, oh, I can do all these things, but you're gonna start discovering stuff. And when you start to discover stuff, you're gonna realize that the Debian and Ubuntu repos are kind of janky, and they don't have all the cool stuff. Where Arch is gonna have way more stuff. And now, you know, there's a lot of things that people suggest. Ultimately, just use the noob distro. Don't feel bad about it. Don't let these fat people on the internet bully you into using Arch and oh, I gotta go through the Arch install wiki and spend 4 hours trying to figure out what all this. Don't listen to them. Find something with the Calamares installer, just get it done, right? Because after you get comfortable and after you kind of get your setup where you want to be, that's when you can start learning, right? And then you can transition over to something like a window manager and maybe do more stuff in the terminal. And yeah, this is a walk before you run scenario. This guy wants you to run full speed because that's the way he uses his computer, right? You don't have to be like that. You really don't. In fact, I might start doing more like noob tutorial stuff because I just feel like it would be a lot more positive for people to do that than to cry about PewDiePie making videos and bringing new users in, right? And you know, they say this, but they don't talk about Valve. If there's any one person guilty for bringing in the most new users, it's going to be Valve, dude. Steam, the Steam Deck, all that sort of stuff. That's bringing in the new users. And this is a positive thing. More users is good. Um, more users equates to a lot of different things, especially where if you have a new user, they don't have so much of that freak show, free software mentality where like, I'm not going to pay for anything. It should all be free. Um, People spend their time developing this software and they don't get paid for it. How fucked is that? Like somebody who makes like a very useful piece of software probably ain't seeing any money. I first noticed this before I even switched on to Linux. There's a Game Boy ROM called LSDJ that you write music on. I've talked about it, I think, before on the channel. And if you go into like their donation history, like these people barely made any money off of it. And you have very, very, very popular artists sampling stuff off LSDJ for their tracks. And then, you know, you can't, you know, they toss them $5 or whatever, right? That's not a great scenario. Getting in the weeds a little bit with the whole LSDJ thing, but new users, they don't have the, oh, everything should be absolutely free no matter what, otherwise it's corrupt. They don't have that, right? So it's going to bring in more donation money, and it's going to keep the wheels turning, because you can't expect people to work for free all the time. People will do stuff for love out of a passion project, but at the end of the day, you got to put some food in your mouth, you got to put some weed in your bowl, you know what I mean? You need money. So new users is good for that. Now, my thoughts on the PewDiePie video itself. The initial one. He does the switch to mint thing. He has a cinnamon setup. It looks pretty cool. I think that's a good thing, because they see when a person installs Mint and they see the default desktop and then they see that video, oh wow, that's like what you could do with this. Like, these are good things. The more interest and intrigue that you can generate inside your video to pull people in, the better off you are. And PewDiePie has a very large audience. And I've even noticed upticks in my views on my older videos that I talk about stuff like Mint and stuff like that. And I don't know if it's a direct correlation with this, but I have a feeling that's probably what it is. I know I've gotten random comments and views on my Ubuntu Chad videos where I like debloat Ubuntu and I make it into like what I want, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, so PewDiePie, this is a good thing. I know I've repeated this a bunch of times. I want to get back a little bit to like Linux YouTubers. So I'm not going to name names, but there are Linux YouTubers who are complete fucking noobs. They're complete fucking, I would say 80% of people that are doing, I wish I could give an example, but I don't want to trash on people. They're brain dead. They don't know how to use their stuff. Like, I am a caveman, and I probably know my way around my machine better than these people that have been doing it for, you know, 7 years or 8 years or whatever. And it's just fucking sad because people get stuck in their workflow and they don't try new things. There's one particular YouTuber that only basically covers noob distros and like immutable stuff, and he's like a default gnome guy. Like, why am I gonna listen to him about stuff? I know I'm a more advanced user, but even as a new user, like, or okay, I should say a little bit about my personal Linux use. So I've been using Linux since like 2012, and it was just a flirtatious thing. It was me, having an extra drive, and I would run it on there, and yeah, I stayed with the default stuff, like the GNOME 2, GNOME 3 kind of situation for a very long time, and like Cinnamon, and I didn't go beyond like the default stuff. Oh, I might change the theme up a little bit, but that was about it. And what ultimately got me kind of into writing as these like Linux YouTube videos, and I would watch them, and there's people who do really great stuff like DistroTube. I love DT. That guy is fucking so cool. And like he does great because he's like he does a mixture of like explaining the noob stuff and then also touching upon like more advanced stuff. I think that's a really good thing. Yeah. But not everybody's DT, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to go on too much longer about this. It kind of makes me a little depressed. But yeah, so as a new user, I think my biggest suggestion for you would to be install CachyOS, pick the Cinnamon desktop. Now, there's going to be a part in the Calamaris installer. You're going to be clicking next, you put your username, and then it's going to get to the packages, right? And in the packages section, your first two options, I believe it's the first two options, you're going to have CachyOS applications. I don't know. As a new person, do you really need any of that stuff? Probably not. You could probably uncheck that, or you could leave it checked. It's not going to be a big deal. But the next one is going to be CachyOS shell configuration. You want to uncheck that. And my reason for saying that is CachyOS comes with the fish shell. I have no opinions of alternative shells. I haven't gotten into them yet. I played around a little bit with Elvish and ZSH, and I don't know. But as a new user, you should just focus in on Bash, because Bash is going to give you the core ideas of what you need to do. And I know you're like, oh, what are you even talking, if you're a new guy, what are you even talking about, a shell? Basically, when you open up your terminal, it activates a shell. And there's multiple different ones you can have. Me, I do, which sh, oh, I think that was the wrong command. Anyway, I'm using Bash, right? And it's just going to be a lot easier to learn. There's a lot more documentation. Bash is its own kind of language as well. You can write scripts with it. You can do a lot of cool things with Bash. There's a guy that built a whole website, front end and back end off Bash. Like, that's very interesting. Yeah. So getting yourself acquainted with that, setting up aliases, these are all the first steps. It's not something that you necessarily need to do. You could just do everything in the software manager, but you are going to come across certain times where you're going to have to put in a command, right? It's inevitable. Yeah. So just learn Bash. It's just simpler. But yeah, PewDiePie videos, noob distros, Linux YouTubers, my subjects all covered. uh, yeah. So anyway, I do have some new videos coming out. I'm going to do a Helix tips and tricks video because I did find some cool things like this. Like, you want to see something cool? Oh, look, I can use Yazi as my file picker and open up stuff like that into a buffer. So amazing. So we got a Yazi Helix tips and tricks video. I'm going to do a more in-depth configuration video on Yazi because I've added a bunch of stuff to my config, and I feel like there's some things that people should know about, and how to set up custom commands on opening files and stuff is really cool. So that's going to be a thing. And then I'm going to probably be just talking about my experience with NixOS. I recently did NixOS for like a week. I actually switched my Mac Mini that I have hooked up to the TV. I use as like a media center. I switched that over to Nix, and I've been just kind of using it over there. I put it on my main machine, but I couldn't get into it. So yeah, those that's probably going to be coming out. I want to try to get more content out. I just a lot of the times, because of my current situation, I'll be in a bad mood, and I don't want to put that out on the internet. Like, I recorded two videos recently, and I rewatched them, and I'm like, why am I so angry? Like, I'm just like, fetching and, whatever. So we're just gonna try to do more cool stuff and not focusing so much on the drama because, yeah, there's been drama lately, and I'm just over it. Anyways, if you like the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. We're gonna have links down in the description for Discord server, all that sort of stuff. New guys, I believe in you. You're a competent person. I think you can do this. You can be a terminal wizard just like me and all the other weirdo fat people on the internet. I believe in you. Have a good day. Enjoy the weather.